Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video, my friends, we are gonna be checking out Radeon RX 6600 GPU in Lords of the Fallen. And let's go over the system specs first. As you can see right here, we're using a Radeon RX 6600 that is a Gigabyte model and that is on stock. Everything is on stock. We're using a Ryzen 5 3600 processor that is also on stock. We're using DDR4 3200 MHz RAM that is also on stock. Now let's go over the settings that I'm using right now. We're 1080p resolution and VSync is currently turned off, which I'm gonna turn off. FPS limit is unlimited. We've got AMD FSR here, which says no. And let me just read you out something. AMD FidelityFX Super Resolution combines high quality image upscaling with frame generation technologies to generate high resolution frames at fast frame rates. That means that this game has FSR 3. It doesn't mention here, but as soon as we will enable it, I think FSR 3 just turns on frame generation with it. Alright, let's go over the graphics settings first. We are using ultra setting. I have gone ahead and turned everything towards the maximum. First we're going to check on ultra settings, then we're going to proceed further. We're not using any motion blur, film grain, and chromatic aberration is also turned off. Now let's go into the game and let's start counting the FPS. Yeah, so first look at the game. The game looks good. It's built on Unreal Engine, and as you know that many Unreal Engine games coming these days are not that amazing in performance side of things. So this game is the same. Let me just turn down the volume a little bit. And this is a Souls-like game, so we're gonna soon die, which I'm very bad at these Souls type games. And as you can see, 41 FPS average on ultra settings. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on FSR 3. We don't have any option to actually go ahead and disable frame generation and only use the FSR 2 part of that. We are not able to do that actually, but we're gonna still try to use FSR 3 in this. And I don't know that if there is what are the keys. It's telling me to lock on the target, which I'm not gonna do. I'm just gonna hack and slash. I love hack and slash game. I'm not a big fan of these kind of games, but still. Alright guys, so we've enabled FSR on quality. The rest of the settings I'm still at maximum and we're at 1080p. Let's apply these changes. As soon as we turn on FSR 3, we're getting like 59-60 FPS. The controls are weird in this game. I would have to actually go ahead and turn the sprint to back to shift. I don't like it at V. Alright, so we've finally jumped from that area. Alright, so we're getting 50 FPS with ultra settings and FSR on quality. Now it says there that frame generation is turned on, but I don't know that if it is actually or not, because we don't have any option to actually enable it or disable frame generation. Alright guys, so everything is on high now. We're using high settings and we're without any FSR right now. It says here that it's using frame generation, but I don't know that if it is actually available because I don't see any option to enable or disable frame generation in this. So let's go ahead and check out first with high settings and let's see if it's actually gone ahead and applied it. Yeah, looks like it is. Alright, so the settings are applied, but I don't see any difference. Let's start counting the FPS. So this game has basically two dimensions. One is a ghost dimension and the other one is where we are actually alive. When we die, we go to that dimension and we can play that dimension too. I don't know the rest of the gist of this. So right now 43 FPS average with high settings without any FSR. Now I'm gonna turn on FSR here on quality and let's apply the changes. Alright, so let's start counting the FPS guys. 57, 56 FPS guys with FSR at high settings. So turning down the settings, it's not looking good right now because turning down the settings has not gone ahead and changed much in terms of frame rate department. Okay guys, so now in the ghost dimension where we're in the ghost dimension right now, and as you can see we're getting like 61 FPS. What is this here? And in the ghost dimension it seems like we get more FPS as compared to the other dimension. Let's kill this guy. And 75 FPS average guys. So at high settings with FSR we get some improvement in frame rate, and it looks amazing too. There are many details in the game and the textures also look very good. But first look at the game right now with the performance at ultra settings 1080p. It doesn't look like it's gonna hold up very good with the other GPUs. Alright guys, so that's it for high settings. I think we're getting like 69 FPS average, which is very nice. Alright guys, so we are at medium settings now and 1080p without any FSR. Okay, so it looks like going from high to medium gives us about 7 to 8 FPS more, because we were getting like 40 FPS before without any FSR. And yeah, so native medium settings. Also guys, looking at this, seems like we're not getting much improvement in frame rate when we're turning down the settings. So this is the case with many games coming these days, and that's not good. You should be optimizing the game for many GPUs and giving out more settings for other GPUs also, like lower end GPUs. They should be optimizing the game for lower end GPUs and higher end GPUs. That's why they need to have graphical options. Alright guys, 52 FPS average in these graphical options, medium settings. And yeah, now let's go ahead and enable FSR again. On quality, I wouldn't recommend to go lower than quality, because if you're getting close to 60 FPS, quality FSR is fine. So now looks like we're getting 70 FPS. Let's start counting the FPS. We're getting 73 FPS average now, and sometimes in the 80s also, as you can see right there. That is very playable, guys. So yeah, medium setting it is. Now I'm not going to turn down the settings more. We're not going to go to low settings because we found the sweet spot for this. So I'm not going to turn down the settings more. Alright guys, so we are in an open area now, and looks like within that area and also in the open area we're getting the same frame rate. As you can see, more than 80 FPS on medium settings with FSR enabled on quality. Alright guys, I'm back and we are now at 1440p resolution. As you can see right here, 2560 by 1440 full screen, and I'm not using FSR2 currently or FSR3. I don't know. There is no frame generation option, so it says that it has frame generation option, but I don't know that if it does actually. But on medium settings right now, all right, and at medium settings 1440p we are getting like 34 FPS, 35. So let's start counting the FPS. Not very good showing at the start. And as you can see, the frame rate, guys, we're getting like 35 FPS. Yeah, so 37 FPS average on 1440p medium settings. I'm gonna turn on FSR on quality, 69 FPS sharp, 69 sharpness, amazing. And let's apply this. Let's go back. 67, 69 FPS. So seems like frame generation is working here. It's working its magic, guys. It's working its magic, guys. And yeah, I don't want to fight this guy again. So is there any way I can go anywhere else? So this is my dead body, I think. Alright, so now we're getting like let's start counting the FPS. We're getting like 57, 56, 58 in the same area as before. Let's keep on moving forward. So I think he took my lamp or something. No, he did not. I've still got the lamp here. So his siphon, he had siphon on. If you guys have played Fortnite, you might know that siphon is a thing which grants you health. So he had siphon on him. That's why I was not able to kill him. Alright guys, so we are getting like 58 FPS on 1440p, FSR enabled on quality. Now I'm going to just turn the settings a little bit higher. And this, actually, let me tell you guys something. This doesn't seem like it's performing very bad on FSR. It doesn't. The image quality is also very good. Let's apply the changes. Alright guys, now we're at high settings, 1440p, and this is becoming unplayable now. As you can see, 24, 27 FPS. It's becoming very unplayable. So as soon as I see that the game is becoming unplayable, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna turn on FSR. Alright, FSR on quality. Now let's see its magic, if it does anything. Yeah, it does. So it doubles up the frame rate, as you can see. 24 to 48 now. 48 FPS as we were seeing 24. We're getting 48 now. Let's start counting the FPS. And while turning the camera also, The image quality is not that bad, and the frame time is also very smooth, as you can see right there. Alright, let's look around. 40 FPS currently. So in these kind of games, actually close to 50 FPS I would say is playable. It's very playable, and it also looks very good. So I would say this is a win-win situation, and we have to use FSR in these games, you know, because developers these days are just making games with Unreal Engine, and any Unreal Engine game that's coming out these days is actually behaving like this, and we are not getting playable frame rates on native resolution. There are no stutter issues. That's a good thing, but we're getting lower FPS while on native resolution. So 1080p I would say if you want to play on native resolution for this game, but if you want to use 1440p you have to go with medium and FSR on quality. If you guys want to play, if you guys can play at about 40 FPS to 50 FPS average. Alright, so as you can see, 46 FPS average, and I think that does it for today's video. I hope you guys get an idea of how this game is going to perform for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and love you all. Bye bye.